launch It's Never Too Late testimony series. I'm excited for what the Lord is doing and the testimonies that will come, just to give all the glory and honor to the Lord. So if you have a testimony that you know that the Lord has put on your heart to share, of any time that you know, had it not been for Jesus, you don't know where or what could have happened in that situation, I truly want to hear from you. I want to hear what the Lord has done, because I know the power of testimonies. I know Revelation 12:11, that we overcome him by the blood of the Lamb and by the words of our testimony. There is power in your story, and someone on the other side, they need to hear what the Lord has done for you. So if you have a testimony, do not hesitate to let me know. Do not hesitate to email me. I will link everything at the bottom of this video so you can send in your information. So I'm looking forward to hear what the Lord has done in your life. So today I want to talk about, everything that we go through in life is truly not for us, right? Once we come out of it, once the Lord pulls us out, it's always for us to share our testimonies of deliverance, share our testimony of the process, go through life and be transparent and vulnerable, because it's always somebody on the other side that needs to hear what you've been through, right? And I'm a firm believer that everything that I have endured in my life, going from a relationship, a very toxic relationship, to having an abortion, to feeling just so low within myself, going through a lot of embarrassment and humiliation. I know that it just wasn't for nothing, right? I know that what God has done in my life, other women and other people need to understand of God's unchanging love, of our identity in him, that we were never meant to be hurt, abused, misused, mistreated. We were meant to be treated with respect, right? Meant to be treated with love and dignity. And I just want to be that voice, because there's so many women who feel as though there's nothing more, right? That this is all they're going to get, but that is a lie. I was involved in a relationship for about 10 years, Um, it's not enough time to talk about the things I've endured, the situations I put myself in knowingly, right? And I thank God that, once you really start to heal and you're able to go through that process of really forgiving the person that hurt you, forgiving yourself, I was able to truly just take a look in the mirror from within, right? Just take a look in the mirror and understand and ask myself, okay, Nadira, you've been hurt, you've been abused, you've been manipulated, you've been humiliated. It's been words that were said to you that hurt to the core. It's been actions done to you that b- broke you, right? And I'm not saying anything that I went through, I deserved it. You don't. You do not deserve to be abused. You do not deserve to be verbally abused, mentally, financially. You do not deserve that, man or woman, right? You don't deserve it at all. So never think. And, I used to think when I went through stuff, and with my past relationship, I used to feel like, well, this is what I deserve, right? This is what I get. I knew what I got myself into. You deserve to go through that. But that is a lie. That is a lie that the enemy tries to put in your mind to keep you entangled in that relationship, because he feels as though if you feel as though that's what you deserve, you're never going to leave. That this person literally can do anything to you and you will stay. And that was my mind. My mind was warped into this relationship. And yes, I did love this person. I loved them. I was in love with this person. I did. I truly wanted this person to change. I wanted this person to be better and do better. But I was taking the place of God, right? Looking back, I was trying to do what only God could have done in this person's life. While I'm trying to change him, I wasn't allowing God to change me, right? I was pouring more into this person while I'm sitting here drowning in sin, drowning in hurt, drowning in pain. I'm pouring into him while I'm sitting here dying on the inside. I'm sitting here not understanding who I am as a woman, and I'm learning my identity through everything that this man is telling me. And that's not how God works, y'all. That's not how God works, and that's not love. It is First Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4. I'm starting at verse 4. And it says, love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always persevere. Love never fails. When I went through my healing process, that's where the Lord dealt with me. I had to truly ask the Lord to show me his love for me, right? And I had a relationship with God. Like, I grew up in church. I moved down here to Tennessee with my sisters and my dad when I was 10 years old. And we literally jumped right into church. Choir, Bible study, Sunday service. Like, we were in church. It was instilled in us. My uncle, my big guy, he was the pastor of the church. So it's not that I wasn't ever in church and I wasn't introduced into church. That's why it's so important. You can be raised in church and not have your own personal relationship with the Lord your whole life, right? You can be raised in church, but only know God from the pulpit, only know God to what was said from the pastor, only know God from other people, but you never know him for yourself, right? And as I was involved in a relationship, I truly had a desire to do right? I truly desired to do the will of God. I truly desired to not live in sin, and I wanted to do better. I would literally say, Lord, I'm done. Lord, I'm locked in. I'm focused on you. And I truly, in my heart, I will mean that. I will truly mean that. But one thing about the enemy, he's very, very strategic. He's been studying our bloodlines for years, and what we think we are strong to do, if we're not anchored in God, in the word, and truly locked in with him, the enemy can easily come in and allow little things to happen, and then right before you know it, you're right back in sin. And that was a cycle of me. I really wanted to stop. I wanted to do better, but every single time I would let the enemy in. And when they say, when he comes back, he's going to come back 7 times stronger, looking for his host. And that was really my story, because I was tired, right? But I wasn't sick and tired of being sick and tired. You get what I'm saying? And I had poured so much into this relationship. I had given everything, literally everything, my identity, my dreams, my desires. I didn't even know much of my identity and my desires, because I revolved my life around what he wanted, what he needed. How can I help him? How could I serve him? And I put him first in that relationship. And then once I had my son, some things did change. I am a great mother. I am an amazing mother. My kids, I always put my children first. They are first in my life, even with, having my son. And you would think, a lot of people say when you have a child, it changes you. It did change me. Some things about me did change, but when I had my son, I still was wrapped up into that relationship. We all go through that. You want to make it work, that picture perfect family, but it was a mess before. You get what I'm saying? And we think we can bring children into relationships that'll make things better, but it doesn't. The dynamic of that situation was already a mess. But I always knew, if I'm being honest, I always knew in my heart that there was more for me. I just didn't know what it was. And I just didn't understand how I was going to get there, right? I will sit up sometimes and just think about my life, think about everything that I was involved in, think about all my hurt. I cried so many tears, I cried so many tears, so many nights, and I really just felt hopeless, right? But it still was that little piece of me that was like, well, what if it can be different? What if I can come out of this? What if this doesn't have to be my story? What if I can heal, right? But I didn't know how, right? I didn't know how. I was so heartbroken. And that's why I truly believe, for women, we are so much more than what we went through. And I've been through a lot. I have been through so much pain and hurt, not just out of relationships. I've been through hurt with my own father. I've been through hurt with my parents. I've been through hurt with friends and family. I've been through so much, but I did not allow that to cause me to quit. Was it seasons that I felt like I couldn't do it? Yes, it was. I've been in that place of just like, Lord, you're going to have to do it for me because I don't have it anymore. But I did not allow anything to cause me to quit, right? And that's when in 2019, when the Lord literally yanked me and said, trust me with this hurt, trust me with this pregnancy, trust me with your life. And I allowed him to do that. I allowed the Lord to do that in my life, and I did not know anything. I gave up that relationship. I gave it up. If I'm being honest, I still love that person. It was still a part of my heart connected because it was a soul tie, and that's why we have to understand these relationships and having sex and getting entangled with people. It's not just a good time. It's not just because, oh, I'm with them. No, it is a soul tie. Spirits are coming together, your spirit, their spirit, and don't let that person be messing with other women. You're getting all these spirits. And that's why it was so hard for me to break, because I did not break the soul tie that I made with this person. I did not break it. As many times as I tried to leave and pull away, or literally my soul was tied to his. And it's deep. But when the Lord said, just trust me, I got you, I allowed him to just take my heart and do what only he could do, right? And God is just so faithful that he allowed me to go through every single emotion, the hurt, the anger, the pain, the shame, the guilt. I had a lot of guilt and shame from the things I've done, the things I allowed. I had so much anger towards him, and I was so mad, right? I was so mad. I was so mad. And then that's when the Lord took me through that process, it was like, okay, now it's time for you to look at you. Now it's time for you to say, okay, Nadira, what did you do? Okay, Nadira, why did you allow this? Okay, Nadira, how many signs did I give you, words that I give you, and you ignored me time and time again, year after year? Okay, Nadira, he did do this, but what did you do? And it allowed me to focus on me. And as I continued to focus on me, and the Lord was there for me gracefully, in love, my anger truly started to turn to forgiveness and compassion for him, right? And I asked the Lord, Lord, heal my heart. I know you have a man that will love me, honor me, respect me, oh God, but let me see myself the way you see me. Let you be my first love, oh God. Let me walk this walk out with you. And that's what I did. And it has been a journey with me and the Lord. I love it here. I wouldn't go back not once and change my decision in 2019, because I know that that decision was because I truly can say that I love God with everything in my body. And I wanted him to do the work in me because I believe that there was more. There was so much more to my story. There was so much more to what people saw. There was so much more to even what I saw within myself. But I never would have seen this version now had I had stayed in that relationship, right? Had I been entangled in that, because it was a cycle. It was a cycle that the enemy was going to use over and over again to destroy me. But God saved me. God got me out. God used me. The one that everybody least expected, he used me. He got me out. He changed my heart that I would never go back. I would never look back. And I moved in forgiveness. I move in integrity, and I move with being an example to who God wants me to be. So I know sometimes, women, we go through a lot. We get hurt. We put our hearts out. We mess up. We do things. We get in situations that we know we shouldn't have gotten into. But there's redemption. There's forgiveness. There's healing on the other side. There's so much more to your story. God is still writing my story. And I thank God that I'm not where I was 7 years ago. I do. And whoever may be on the other side watching this video, and you are, involved in a relationship that you're going through abuse and hurt and pain and cheating and lies, I want you to know that you do not deserve that. You do not deserve that. You do not deserve to be abused, mistreated. You are beautiful. You are worthy. And just know your identity. You are a daughter of the King of Kings. Do we not understand that? We are the daughter of the King of Kings. We were made in the image of God. We are his daughters. He loves us special. And we never should tolerate anything less than. I pray that the Lord can show his love for you His love for you outside of their relationship, outside of the parents, outside of the hurt and the pain, that you know that Jesus Christ died for you and he loves you so much. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. And I want you to believe that. I want you to believe that. And I want you to understand that you're looking at a miracle. You're looking at a testimony of God truly healing me. Because y'all, I was in it. I was in it deep, but God healed me. And if he did it for me, he is no respecter of person. If he did it for me, he can and will do it for you. So trust God at his word and his promise. And I'm praying for you. I am praying for you to heal and come out, because there's so much more that God has for you, but you'll never know if you stay in it, okay? So I love you. I don't know who you are, but I love you. And I believe that you will come out. And I'm praying for your strength to come out. So I just wanted to get on here and just share that. Like, there's so much more to our stories as women. And don't let that relationship or the relationship stop you. Don't leave and go back to the same, leave the person but go back to the same spirit. Allow the Lord to truly heal you and show you your identity. And it's going to be a process. It's a journey. It's a beautiful thing. It's a journey. I'm learning things out even more, but I'm learning them out with my Father, because he will never fail me. And I believe that. So I pray that you all stay encouraged. I pray that you all continue to love yourself the way the Lord loves you, and just know who you are in Christ. Know who you are, and he'll continue to show you who you are. I pray you all have enjoyed this video. I thank you all, to everyone that has been watching the testimony series. I'm so thankful for what the Lord is going to do in this series, because testimonies are powerful, y'all. Testimonies will save and bring souls to Jesus Christ. So share your testimony. I will link everything at the bottom of this video. So I thank you all. If you have not subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel, like and share this video. And I am praying for you all. So until next time, we will be back with our next video. Bye.